can't stop. I got motion. I'm moving. I'm going. Can't lose focus. I got motion. I'm moving. I'm going.
Red Corner Boxing. We're in the game.
What's the word? This is boxing. This is Red Corner Boxing, and I am with British heavyweight Eli Frankham. But before we get into all that, you know by now, we're proudly sponsored by EasyStorage.com and, of course, Boxing Fight Zone, our boxing merchandise and apparel partners. All the links are in the bio. Please go and check them out. Mr. Eli Frankham, welcome to Red Corner Boxing. Thanks for joining us. How are you doing today? Hard day at work, sir. I know.
Yeah, like I say, mate, I'm a everyday worker, so it's not just the boxing for me. I work. I'm not in the position where I can be just training 2 or 3 times a day without work, so I have to work it and do the 2 times a day training. So busy, always busy, mate. Hard working and busy.
Always busy. But look, I do believe you have a fantastic boxing background within the family, of course.
I had a good amateur career. I had a good, I've done quite well in the amateurs. Never had a lot of fights, but I lost you for a minute there, mate. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, we had a bit of a lag delay. Don't worry, that's technical.
Yeah.
It happens all the time with this studio. So I was saying that you've got a very prestigious boxing background with family. Gypsy John was a British heavyweight champion back in the day, as they say. So you got strong boxing connections. Obviously, you brought that up. It was brought up with you from day one, I would imagine.
Yeah, like, I was always brought up around it and stuff. Like, I knew my dad was a good fighter, but I never did it until I was about 10. So, but we always like, there's photos of me when I was like, I don't know, 4 years old with gloves on. So it was always like messing about, growing up doing it. But I never sort of tried going into a gym until I was about 10. I always liked football a bit more. So I was not forced into it, but I was nudged in that direction. And then just went from there, yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, you say you were nudged in that direction. So you've obviously got a bit of a love-hate relationship for boxing, I would imagine, in a way that, football being your number one desire to play. I believe I've heard you say that before anyway.
Yeah.
But boxing you settled with. Now, as you said, very successful amateur. Where did it all go pear-shaped for you as a young man?
I just think guidance. I don't think there's such anything in particular happened. Like, I lost my dad when I was 14, but nothing from them. I still boxed and I still went on to win national titles and ABAs and stuff. And I won the Europeans a week after, and I done much more after that. But then obviously got to the age where a lot of people get to that age where they start finding they can go out and start driving, and then just the hard work's just been, I've been doing this for so long, why am I still doing it? And it's just, so I had a bit of time out from boxing. And I ballooned up in weight as well. Like, I put on a lot of weight. I went up to I think it was 22 and a half stone nearly. It was 22 stone, 5 pounds I went up to. So I had a big comeback. I lost 7.5 stone. And I had a bit of a journey, mate. I went to prison. So I left my partner and kids with no dad for a couple of years, 2.5 years. And so I've dipped in and out 2 or 3 times, but for different reasons.
Well, let's not focus on what you did. Let's focus on how you and the family coped at that time. You just said that you left behind a young family. The stress, I could only imagine. I've been in prison myself, mate. So, and you're quite right. Most youngsters do get into trouble one way or another. However, it's how we learn, how we come back and make ourselves better. Now, does that still weigh on your mind? On a mental note about how hard that you've made life for yourself.
Yeah, of course, mate. I was at work today and I was having this conversation. It was on about kids, just in general, with a couple of people I work with, and I explained the hardest thing for me was I feel like I'm playing catch up, and every day or every weekend, or I'll try the most I can do. I've missed like nearly 6 years of their life, so I feel like I'm always trying to like make up for what I've missed, but you can never do it. And no matter what you do, you can't make up for the 6 years previous. So the best thing I can do is try and make the next 6 years and the rest of their life better. That's what I'm grinding and doing now. So, but it's hard not to get caught up in that because I do sometimes. I'm guilty of it. So, you can't.
That's fair.
Yeah, like I can talk to you and you can talk to me and give advice, but when you think certain things in your own mind, you can't hide from that. So you have to just try and accept it and then move forward whichever way you can, like, and just try and find the best possible solution of getting by that. Because when you lay in bed at night or whatever situation is, like today I was talking about it, you just got to say it for what it is. No point lying about it. So
Lay it all out.
that's how I get through it.
Yeah, yeah. Now, using that motivation, you know, you said yourself you lost out so much. Do you use that motivation when you come back into boxing to really get things moving and at the same time have this willpower and this this resolution to the fact, yes, because I believe that you think, you know, you strike me as the kind of guy who's, I know I'm better than what people think I am. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, 100%. Like, and that goes for just, to be fair, that goes for just more than boxing as well. I think a lot of people, some people have an opinion of me in life in general, others with boxing and stuff. But I think like with the last fighting, just particularly with the last fight, even though it didn't go my way, I think a lot of people were shocked. Even people that know me were shocked by actually what I've always known, just never been given the opportunity. But that goes for anything in life. If you're not given or you don't get to a certain position, I put myself in that position against all the odds, and just to show the wider sort of population, if you like.
Yeah.
And even those close to me that didn't think I had what I had to do what I did that night. But like I said, it didn't go my way. But it was just for myself. I just wanted to test myself, and I'm strong on my kids. I'm quite strong. I'm not as strong as my dad was on me, but I'm strong on them in where I always say to them, no matter what happens, like I've got a no quit policy. Like that's just a standard policy I've got. Like, so for me, like I have to when I'm doing it, and so I am struggling. I've drummed it into them so much, like there's no chance of me doing it and giving up, because that's was installed into them when it was installed into me, and yeah, that's how I was programmed, and I've done it a different way with them. But I always still say to them, even if you're losing, whatever it is, just keep chipping through and just keep going, and that's what I'll be doing with the boxing, regardless of the loss. I was heartbroken about that loss. I took a lot of getting over, to be honest, but most people would have quit by now, but if it was down to me, I'd have been out in February or March. But I've had to wait till April with the injury. So yeah, I'm about to get back on the horse, mate, and keep riding. That's what I say.
Yeah, we'll get to the fight in a sec. You know, you talked about how hard that hit you, and I know, because that was the question I was leading up to. You know, the fact that you've got this great belief system in yourself now. Taking that belief system when you got out of prison and back into boxing, how hard was it to convince others around you that, look, invest in me, give me your time, and I'll show you what I can do?
Yeah. Do you know what? When I was away, I was telling everyone what I was going to do, and I think to get me through the sentence, like I say, you've been in prison, I think I didn't know at the time, but they were telling me, yeah, that'd be good. They were helping me get through the sentence. So I thought, yeah, they're all on the same page. Like everyone's on the same page. I was getting home leaves, and I was on my town visits and my home leaves. I was going into the gym, working with Graham Everett and stuff, and John Faxon, and I'm always welcome there, whether I fight or not. Like me and Graham are very good friends, likewise with John. But like, and even my partner and stuff, and my family, and they're all just saying, yeah, do it. And I think they're just helping me get through my sentence. And when I came out, and I got an unlicensed fight within like 4 weeks, because I wanted to just get back in the ring. I'd done a couple of them, and then I got introduced to Bieber, and then I started doing that. I don't think they realised, and then I took it way more seriously this time around than I ever have. So I think a lot of people were like, hang on a minute, he's taking this seriously. He's only just come out of prison, and I've hit the ground running basically. And I think once people see that, then like for sponsors wise and stuff like that, because they're giving me their hard-earned money at the end of the day. And most of them have been there from the whole journey for the last 2.5 years. Most of my sponsors have been at least for a year, or if not the whole time. So I think people see what I was doing within the first few weeks and the first couple of months, and thought, you know what, let's just help him out the best we can. But yeah, like I said to John Faction straight away, look, John, I want to do it. It's what I want to do. I want to do it with you, basically. If it ain't you, then I'd struggle without John, to be fair. If John would have said no, then I don't know what I'd have done, but I'd have had to find a way. But this is the only thing I know, and I do believe I knew I had more to offer in life and in boxing than what I'd achieved so far. So whatever I could do to get to where I'd had to, which I have proved I have done, but I still believe I can go a lot further still. So
Yeah. I mean, you're just another young man who realized at some point in his life that life is a rat race and we
mate,
have to catch up. And we
yeah,
do have to catch up. You talked about methods your father instilled his way of, giving you advice per se. And you've done it in a different method to your generation, and so on, and that will always
yeah, of
evolve
course,
in human
yeah.
nature. It's a wonderful thing. However, we still have to get to the story of how you actually got this fight with Michael Hunter. It's an interesting story. I watched one of your interviews that you did with very good friends of ours, SDS Boxing with
Yeah, good
Rahul.
lads. Yeah,
Yeah,
good lads.
great lads, fantastic lads. Now, and I was very intrigued at that point. So, if you could tell the Red Corner fans just how
Yeah,
the
no.
Michael Hunter fight come along.
So the president of Bieber sort of put me in contact with William Story, whom many might know him as the person who he runs a company called Rich Energy. So we had some back and forth over a period of months where he was trying to do a show. So I just always said, look, I don't sign with any one promoter for more than one fight. We have an agreement, a verbal agreement. I'll fight in that show. Boom, it's done. But I've been working closely with TFM Promotions. Most of my fights, well, nearly all of them, bar two, have been with them. And they really look after me. But Will come along and said, look, I've got a show in December, will you jump on it? So I said, yeah, no problem. Then he said to me that Michael Hunter was going to be the main event with our chief support. So that, like I've said on another podcast, that was an honour in itself to fight on the same card as Michael. I'd already thought then, I thought, God, that'd be nice to even, if that's the sort of the people that are going to be on these shows, then there might be something for me in the future, like getting all these sort of fighters on. And then William rings me and he's like, look, the show's getting put together. I'm just struggling. Can you find, or someone you know, help find an opponent? Like someone, get a matchmaker, try and find you an opponent. He said, I'm just working so hard to find Michael an opponent. And that's when I just said, look, mate, I said, well, why don't I fight Michael? It makes sense. So that's how it come about. I just said it like I'm talking to you now, really. Never bat an eyelid.
Incredible, incredible. So you're there as chief support. His opponent lets Michael Hunter down, and then, by the way, Eli, fancy fighting Michael Hunter. At one time, regarded as US #1 heavyweight boxer. Not only the fact that he was I can't remember what it was it IBO or IBF?
Yeah, I think he was like, with WBA.
National champion. Yes, WBA, that was it, global or something. Yeah, incredible opportunity. Now, look, obviously, since coming out of the jug, you can't get a license, according to the rules, which for me is further punishment.
Simply, and it's bonkers, mate. It's the only sport. Like if a professional footballer comes out of prison and then he can go back into a team, like I don't get it. But it's like, listen, they're their rules, and I've been a bit vocal on the British Board, so I don't like. Here's what it is.
I don't want to get you into any trouble, but that's my opinion. But
I'll be honest. Like you would have thought that part of my rehabilitation, it was my main part of it would have been boxing. So you thought they would have tried to jump on board and try to do something, but I suppose they've got a reputation. They've got sort of stand.
I wouldn't be bothered about their reputation, mate. It's in blood and tatters.
Yeah, I
But
know, yeah.
you know, look, let's get to the fight itself. Now, listen, mate. Let's not be about the bush. Nobody give you a chance on round one. Never mind
mate, no.
to round four.
Right, I looked at John Faxon and I said to him 2 weeks before the fight, I said, John, I said, I'm going to win this fight. You know this, didn't you? Obviously, John's confident in me, believes me, knows what I can do. And, like, people are, like, contacting me and stuff. And saying, like, yeah, I know. But I've got, like, loads of video footage from, like, inside the crowd and stuff. Or even when I walked out, the ring walk was electric. The ring walk was the best thing and one of the best things I've been through. Like, it was unbelievable. And... like the video clips from the fight and stuff, and like the people in the crowd, you can hear like close friends of my family going like he's gonna do this, like he's confident. Like when I walked out, he's confident, and he like I was like that for the 4 weeks before the fight because I took that fight I think on 4 weeks notice, 5 weeks notice, and I always had that same mindset, but like because I was just always busy, I'm away from everyone, like I'm always working. I work an hour and 40 minutes from home, so it's like I'm never about. I train first thing in the morning, I work all day, I train again, like. No one sees me. No one sees how confident I really am until they see me like on these podcasts. And then when I think they still see me, and then obviously when things was going more my way than Michael's on the night, like I think then everyone else grew within confidence as well. Like everyone actually thought, do you know what, he can do this. Like everyone, look, I had a few hundred people there watching me. Like it was, they all come to watch me win. But sometimes, because of your emotional attachment or whatever else, then you've got that. You like your heart and your mind say two different things, and I think everyone's heart was on me to win, but I think their heads were telling them different until the first bell rang, and then I think I gave a good account of myself. So,
Mate, let me tell you that I watched that fight, right? And round one, I'm like, because when you look at a boxer on the television, right? You look at the style, you look at the fluidity, the ease of movement. Is he comfortable in that ring? And that's what struck me so from round one. You were comfortable in there.
mate,
There was
I felt
no
so
shots.
good,
Yeah, there was no shots I seen from Hunter in round one that were bothering you because you were still on your toes. It was great to see. Now, by round three, I had it 2-1.
yeah.
To
Most people did, yeah.
Right. But at the same time, at no point in that fight were you being overwhelmed or dominated or looked as if you were out here. And I'm like that. All right. Right. Let's see what we're looking at here. But unfortunately,
I did see the
you
judges'
left yourself
scorecards.
open.
Yeah. So I think one judge gave me all the rounds, which I think Mike Hunter beat me the first round, to be fair. But and then I think one judge had it a draw, and then one judge had it. I can't remember. Yeah, something along them lines.
Yeah,
So
2-1. Yeah.
And the fourth round was actually probably my best round, to be fair. The fourth round was my better round. Yeah, and then I got caught. But
You got caught, but look, obviously it didn't look good on television the way you went down. I thought you busted your knee up.
Yeah, I did.
The way
To be fair,
folded under you.
My knee sort of, I was out for a little while.
Yeah, but it seemed like you woke up pretty quick and you sort of gathered your senses. Yeah, now, I timed it. This is what was weird here. Now, I timed this fight. The uppercut that hit you and put you down happened at 10 seconds to go, right? 10 seconds. You were up at 10 just, but the bell went, right? I don't understand how that got waved off because you had a full minute to recover.
Yeah,
but within the rules, so I understand why you were agitated afterwards about that with the referee. But as you said, you're in the heat of the moment. You had a word with the referee, which you've apologized for. Tell me now, Eli, what's the biggest thing that you've learned from that fight about yourself?
About myself, look, I knew that all the time I'm conscious. I'm never listen. There's no way, not for nothing. I'll get up regardless. Do you know what I mean? So it's all that stuff. I think, look, just being in the fight itself, I learned just that I'm capable at that level. Do you know what I mean? Like I've always known it, but it's been hard to sort of like sparring is different. I've sparred good opponents, but it's not fighting. I've actually fought someone of actual caliber. So yeah, that night was all about just me. Really, it's me testing me. It's all right me keep coming on podcasts and saying, "Oh, I can do this, I can do that." But to know it within yourself, mindset will take you so far, and I've got the mindset, but then you need the skills to back it up. So it was good to see that I could listen. Michael beat me fair and square. No one will ever know what will happen. Like ifs, buts, and maybes. I've had so many people say so many things that, if the ref would have started the count, like Michael never was in his neutral corner. This is all ifs, buts, and maybes. Like Michael could have come out and hurt me in the next round, or I could have recovered and I could have outboxed him further. Like we'll never know. But everything happens for a reason, mate. And then something else might come along. I'd like to think that I get an opportunity from this because I've worked all my life, and it's just I just feel like I deserve some sort of chance, whichever it may be. Like even if it's abroad, I don't mind going abroad. I'll fight. Look, I think I've proved that I will fight anyone in the world, and I don't care who it is. Any fighter in the world, and it doesn't even have to make look. Every fighter does it for the money is lying, but I genuinely boxed Mike Hunter not for a lot of money that night. You can look; it's no one else's, but me and William Story know the crack, and I boxed him for peanuts. So that in itself proves I didn't fight Michael Hunter for money. I did not the money I was getting would never have made anything for me. Do you know what I mean? Like
I know, mate.
I boxed him for the opportunity.
In fact, I'd ask you: have you actually made a bean from boxing yet?
Mate, in the long run, mate, no, you don't. No. You might get a little drink on the night, but mate, whatever you spend on boxing, unless you're going to go and earn millions, no.
So no one can accuse you of fighting for money or anything like that. That's for sure. Now, look, let's talk about opportunities. Has that phone been ringing since that fight? Because you must have impressed a lot of people, and certainly you did us here at home. So there must be a bit of a clamour for Eli Frankham to be seen again. I would imagine William's Story's hard at work, even behind the scenes as we speak, to try and secure another fight. But look, I understand that options are limited for you not having a British license, like you said. You have to go and fight abroad. It's hard. It makes the job harder for you, doesn't it? But I'm pretty sure that something will come up, but is there anything that you wouldn't do, i.e. Misfits or Zufa, TKO, anything like that? Is there anything you wouldn't do?
I think I'll have to listen. I've been a bit critical of him, not like just amongst me and friends when Misfits stuff first came about, but it seems we got popular. And to be fair, mate, if you can't beat them, join them. If I got offered the right, any fight doesn't matter. Got offered the opportunity, I'll jump on it because it's exposure at the end of the day, and it's an opportunity because where I'm going at the minute is all right, but like I say, I can't get certain things I probably deserve to get, self-inflicted, I know, but so I'm open to anything, mate. I'm open to anything.
Mate, I know you not chased the motherfucker.
Oh, mate,
I swear to God. Mate,
that's frustrating. It's frustrating.
Innit? You knock him clean out. No,
if I chase fights like that, I'll just get accused of a payday. I'd actually box him for free if anyone can organise that. I'll box chase them all for free. So
there you go. You have to hear Red Corner Boxing. Eli Frankham will box anybody on Misfits for free, especially Chase the Moore, just to prove that he's not all about the money. Exactly. Oh my God. Get that man on the blower. Get his team on the blower. My goodness. Now,
he's a heavyweight champion. That's mental.
Isn't it? Mental.
But listen, good luck to him because he's earning good money and fair play to him. He beat Andrew Tate. Don't know how that happened, but he's playing the game, and he's so fair play to him.
Mate, it's kicking off Misfits Boxing. It appeals to a generation a lot younger than mine, and it's good. And it will take off. There's no two ways about it. Whether you love or hate them, they will take off. And here at Red Corner Boxing, we have covered a couple of their cards, and I've got to be saying it's great exposure and it's good fun. However, Jams, can you put up a picture of something is there something coming in April for you.
Yeah, I tried to get I speak to the promoters of that show there. They honestly they said I'm the hardest person in the world to match because without getting the money for these fights, obviously I'm fighting on small
Yeah.
shows, so they don't always generate the money. I've even said to them, like, I'll sell a lot of tickets on a home show. Like, I'll just put most of my tickets on it. Like, I don't even care just to get the fight. So we're in talks with some tough Mexican in a minute. I can't remember his name, but I think he's sort of like. They usually come tough. That's the only reason why I want him, because I don't like people say, I have a nice easy 4-rounder back, but I can't be bothered with all that. I'm past all that.
Yeah.
I don't need to be going back to 4-rounders just because I've had a loss. Just get straight back on the horse and go. Do you know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Saddle up and ride.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a soft Mexican.
Nah, mate, this is the logic in it. So I'm going to try and get some videos of him and just make sure he's going to be coming tough and durable and try and get a good 6-8 rounds out of him, whatever we decide we do. But yeah, I just want to get that fight and then just see what's next, mate. Get some big fights abroad. I think there's a few plans, a few shows abroad I can try and get on. Because now I'm off license later in the month, so I can get on an airplane and go and fight in any country, I suppose, apart from America. So, if there's any sort of I don't know, any titles to be won abroad, then I'll be trying to knock on the door for them, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Doesn't matter. IBO, WBU. I don't know, they're gone now. Remember them?
Yeah, the WBA. To be fair, the WBA recognised Bieber, so there's even a chance of me going the WBA route. So, get a few fights under the belt so I can get ranked with them and then go from there.
Yeah. Now you talked about when you ballooned up and that. How hard is it to stay at a certain weight, a target weight that you like? Because you're a big lad. And, you're still only 32, 33?
But I was 33 Saturday, yeah, so.
So happy birthday on Saturday, by the way, as well. So, have you ever thought about going to a bridge weight?
Yeah, like if that weight category is there for a certain sort of fight, yeah. The trouble I've got is even though I look fleshy, in the like when I'm there, like I look like I've got the weight to lose, and I probably could. I've lost 7.5 stone, so it's not tight. Do you know what I mean? It's not just. So I'll probably look like I could lose a bit more than what I could, but I've had this conversation a few times, like because I have been down to like 15 stone. 15 stone 2, but it's just staying there. I've not really stayed there for too long, so I usually walk around about 16 stone and fight at like 15.5. I don't like to fight any heavier than 15.5, to be honest with you. With Michael, what I've done with Michael, I sort of like had a bit of food before the weigh-in and I drank a big bottle of water. I tried to make myself seem bigger than what I was, just heavy-wise, because I assumed he was coming in about 17 stone. That's what I was assuming. So I didn't realise I was going to be I didn't realise we was going to be on par, sort of thing. So because he's not massive himself, really. So yeah.
No, you looked actually bigger. He looked broader, but you look bigger. Now, what was your favourite moment of the fight?
Do you know what? I had some good moments in there. Do you know what? Even when Michael tagged me and was having little exchanges and sign stuff, like like Graham Everett tells me off this all the time, but like sometimes I get hit and I love it. Like I enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? And it's back to front to even think like that. But I remember taking a shot off Michael and thinking, and in the first round, I think he hit me right out. It never hurt me or nothing. But I heard the crowds and he tried to pounce on me, and I thought, yeah, come on, mate, because there was no way I was going to run away from him. I think people thought I was going to run from him, box and run. And I thought, I'll hold my feet when and can. I'll move, I'll hold my feet, and I'll have a go back. And I was enjoying just mixing it with him. And yeah, on the night though, I think the ring walk was so special. Like when they called me out, and then I heard the crowd, and I was just like, I had to just get in the zone because I could feel goosebumps coming in, and I could feel them, and I just had to just crack on and get out there. And I just,
jeez, I can imagine.
Yeah, and like when Michael come out. To be fair, when Michael come out, and he does this thing when he does the walking up and down, and me and Michael never took our eyes at each other, and I thought, there's no way I'm breaking eye contact. I thought, I'm not scared, don't care, and we were just staring at each other back and forth, and then the head to head, that was good. That was good. But yeah,
As my man Jam says there, we need more big fights like that for you.
yeah,
You know,
definitely.
you were in your element. It was
Yeah,
plain to see, absolutely plain to see. You and mate, you entertained that crowd. You really
yeah,
did. And us at home, uh, absolutely fantastic stuff. Now look, we have the biggest high hopes for you this year. We will be keeping a close eye on you, Eli, and we wish you all the best of luck. And thank you for giving us your time here tonight on Red Corner Boxing's very, very, incisive interview. Thank you very much
no,
indeed.
thank you very much for having me. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
We will. We hope to have you on again,
Oh,
especially if
definitely,
you
mate.
get a
Well,
fight.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Thank you. And if you enjoyed that interview here at Red Corner Boxing, you like to see more, please give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and you will be entertained. Now, we have content 7 days a week. We're back tomorrow for Red Corner Prediction League. Make sure you join us at 6:30 p.m. for that. League 1, League 2 is at 8:30 p.m. and X League is at 9:30. Until next time here on Red Corner Boxing, which is sponsored by EasyStorage.com and Boxing Fight Zone, from Mr. Neutral and from Eli Frankham, British heavyweight prospect. I still call him a prospect because I saw more than enough talent there on Saturday night to know that he could knock out certain people that we know. Let's get behind him. Let's get him promoted here, Red Corner Boxing and on X. And we'll hope to see Eli in a big fight soon enough because he's got the talent. Trust me. See you next time.
Thank you, mate.
I'm moving. I'm going. I can't stop. I got motion. I'm moving. I'm going. Can't lose focus. I got motion. I'm moving. I'm going.
Red Corner Boxing.